In a small town like Jal, New Mexico, it's great to know that families, businesses, co-workers, and kids all take pride in their school and community, just like they do at Philco Trucking. Owners Roddy and Bridget are proud of their Jal Panthers, and they wish them great success today and in all future adventures. Philco Trucking, your source for water hauling and steam washing. Call 575-395-3178. A proud supporter of all Lee County athletics. The Jal Clinic and Dental Clinic wish the Jal Panthers the best of luck as they take on new challenges. Everyone at the Jal Clinic and Dental Clinic will be cheering you on. Jal Clinic the Jal community and all their has lost. Clinic you can rely on. For an appointment, call 395-400. That's 530. Jal 805 West. Another of Lee County Athletics. Agency. Insurance with a large insurance company. No
delicious home-cooked meals. Whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, you'll never be disappointed. Call 395-2132. That's 395-2132. Nana's Cafe, 301 South Main Street, Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community and Jal athletics. Everyone, cheering on all the
Jal student success this year. Energy is your one-stop shop for backhoes, dump trucks, roustabouts, and building. Energy, 779 South 3rd in Jal, or call 575-395-26 575 524 for information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all League athletics.
The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is of athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1910 FO in Eunice. Proud Lee County.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome. Tonight's game and all season long. Philco Trucking, the City of Jal, the Jal Clinic, Panther Energy, Nana's Cafe, Lavelle Insurance, the Jal Schools, and Eunice Pump and Supply. Alongside Dawn Morgan, I'm TJ Miracle live here at Panthers Stadium. Of course, last time the Panthers were here at home, the season ended in the state championship game, losing a hard-fought battle to a big rival from just up the road, the Eunice Cardinals. But that was last season. New season starts tonight, a Thursday night special to start off our season.
That's right. This game was scheduled to be tomorrow night, but a lack of referees has, really hampered the ability to put all of those games on Friday. So there will be some adjustments through some of the season, if not all, especially for some of the smaller schools, and move some of those Friday night games up to Thursday or back to Saturday to make sure that there are enough referees to go around to be able to do all the games in the manner that they should be done in with enough for referee crews.
Well, absolutely, and we can't do the games without, of course, our referees. So the Panthers come in, depending on which poll you look at, either first or second in Class 2A. In the Max Preps poll, they were number 1. In the New Mexico Coaches poll, they were number 2. Unit last year, the Panthers under head coach Dusty Giles, going 10-2, and were the state runner-up. And on the other side of the ball, it'll be the Tucumcari Rattlers, as they come in off a very down season last year. We're just 1-9 1 year ago under head coach Donald Garcia, and they are currently predicted at number 16 in Class 3. Should be a matchup. He's got to come in that they're underrated in Jal. Well, they just need to continue to do what they do, and even though they've lost some key players from last year, they've got some key players back, Dawn.
They do, and it's good to see that they've got a lot of on-field leadership from some experienced teams that have gone all the way through the season, have played in championship games, and there's no substitute for experience. So it's really great. They'll have on-field leadership from a lot of their players who are now seniors, and such as Jacob Lujan and Connor Andre and Yuli Cervantes and Ethan Sandoval, Fernando Rubio, Isaiah Rodriguez, Damian Baeza, Alex Xavier Carrion, of course, such a great talent, Gerardo Bustillos, Angel Franco, Trent Butts, and these, Brandon Goss. These are some of the players who have really been at the forefront of Jal's amazing performances over the last several seasons, and they are primed to have a really fantastic senior year. They want to put their best on the field, and they want to, hand down the legacy, to the junior and sophomore players who are coming up. So really, it's a special year for these guys, and I think we're going to have a good year watching them perform, and it all starts tonight. They want to start off and have a really great beginning to what they hope is going to be a memorable year for them.
Well, and that's what they want to do, and it all starts tonight against the Tucumcari Rattlers. We're proud to be able to do all of the games that we can for you this season, and hopefully we will get the entire season in. If you know someone who might be interested in helping broadcast these games, you can certainly contact us at the radio station. We would love to talk to you. Now, we were talking about the Panthers and what they need to do tonight and get the season off in a good way. Really, Jal is a run first, run often, and run only team. We might see 5 passes tonight. I'm thinking from the quarterback, which is Alex Xavier. Really, whenever they play this year, they get a steady dose of both Xavier and Jake Lujan. They are run. I was talking to somebody pretty knowledgeable about South Lee County sports yesterday, as a matter of fact, and he said if they can find a way to open holes on their line, of course, Roger Carrion moving on to Boise State, and we wish him the best of luck. But he said if they can find a way to control the line and open some holes, he's not sure there's anybody.
Jal Clinic professionals are honored to serve the Jal community and all their healthcare needs. The Jal Clinic has lab and x-ray capability and now has a clinic you can rely on. For an appointment, call 395-3400. That's 395-3400. Jal Clinic, 805 West Kansas, another proud supporter of Lee County Athletics. As Lee County's largest independent insurance agency, Lavelle Insurance works with a large number of insurance companies. They'll do your comparison shopping for you, guaranteeing you the very best price on the very best coverage for life, health, auto, retirement planning, commercial or personal insurance. Lavelle Insurance offers innovative solutions to protect your assets, goals, and future plans. Lavelle Insurance, a proud supporter of all Lee County Athletics.
Radio Square Jal Sports YouTube channel. Give us a subscription. Tab at Hobbs.com. We are tonight courtesy of Woolworth Library. This is Jal, Parker Energy Service, Panther Energy Service. Pardon me, I can't read my own handwriting. Nana's Cafe, Lavelle Insurance, the Jal Schools, and Eunice Pump and Supply. Tucumcari won the toss and has elected to receive, and so they will go set up towards the end zone, ready to kick off the 2022 football season for Southeast New Mexico. With Dawn Morgan, I'm TJ Miracle. Hope you are doing well. Evie Stuber back at the stations, kind of keeping an eye and an ear on things. And we're going to go ahead and apologize in advance if internet's a little bit spotty sometimes. So, be patient if it starts kind of cutting out. And we are also, instead of upstairs where we normally are, due to the coaches, we are now downstairs, and so we're having to shoot through glass. And so, we may have some issues there with
reflection.
With reflection.
As the sun goes down, and yes, it's darker outside and the lights.
So it'll be Norbert Cervantes. He will kick it away. Pardon me, that's actually Isaiah Rodriguez to kick it away. And we are underway, and it'll be an onside kick, and it is going to be fallen on by Diego Martinez at the 45-yard line. And so a quick thought at maybe trying a little bit of tricky stuff to get the early possession. Dusty Giles tries to pull the rabbit out of the hat, but a nice move there by Martinez to just fall on it, and he gives his team good field position to start off the game.
I think Tucumcari anticipated that just a little bit since, of course, Jal would love to have had first possession, and they lost the toss, and then that was a good way to try to get it back anyway, to try to have it. Didn't work, but good thought.
And it looks like Cameron Apodaca will be the starting quarterback. Running back in the backfield with him will be Antonio Gonzalez. So Apodaca barks out the signals in a four-receiver set, hands it off. Apodaca left side, nowhere to go, and he is wrapped up and met immediately and dropped. Brandon Houston leads the charge, and so drops Gonzalez behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2, and so now it'll be 2nd down and 12. We are underway. A nice move there by the Jal defensive line to move them through and make a nice play there. And so now it'll be Tucumcari 2nd down and 12. Jal with 4 men across the front. Going to spread out in that four-receiver set. Apodaca from the shotgun. High snap, handles it, looks at the option pitch, goes the wrong way. He coughs the ball up. He's hitting the backfield, and a mad scramble for it back of the 28-yard line. Jal signals that they've got it, and they do, is coming up from the bottom of the pile. It's Houston again who forces the fumble and the turnover. Nice job by the Panthers, and they will be set up in great position. So Apodaca going to go in the books with a 11-yard sack for the Jal defense and turn the page. It's time for the Panthers to take over.
And boy, do they have good field position for that. They're within the 30-yard line, just right about the 28, 29-yard line.
1st and 10 from the 29. It'll be Panther football. Alex Xavier Ketillon is the quarterback. Single running back in the backfield with him is Lujan. Split 2 receivers to the left, or rather to the right, 1 to the left. Now moving from the north to the south. Alex Xavier surveys the defense. Tucumcari only with 3 men on the front from the pistol formation. Good snap, handed off. Lujan right up the middle, makes a spin move at the 25. Still on his feet, drags a man with him inside the 20, down to about the 16-yard line before he is gang tackled and dropped by Tucumcari. Diego Martinez leads the charge. Helping him out there was Jordan Rincones, but it's a big gain for the Panthers as Lujan picks up 11 and move the chains. 1st down, Panthers.
Yeah, this is exactly the kind of ownership that Jal wanted to put out right at the beginning of this game. It's going just, to their game plan.
So it'll be 1st and 10 from the Jal 18. Or rather from the Tucumcari 18. See, we're all getting used to this. Twins to the left, 1 to the right. Single back in the backfield is Lujan. Ketillon surveys the defense. Tucumcari with everybody away from the line, just 2 linemen. Jal is going to pick that apart as Alex Xavier keeps it himself, goes right side, gets a hole. He's across the 10 to the 5 and into the end zone. 6 on the board. Touchdown, Panthers. Alex Xavier Ketillon puts the Panthers in the book early. They take the early 6-0 lead with 10:31 remaining in the first quarter. I don't think Coach Giles could have drawn it up any better than that, Dawn.
No, did it look like the flag was dropped by the ref over there?
Oh, there is a flag on the play. There may be a late one.
Could be a late hit.
Late hit or maybe a block in the back. We'll have to see. Yeah, good eye. I didn't even catch that all the way over there on the far left side of the field. Mm-hmm. And let's see what the referee says. And they're going to say unsportsmanlike conduct on Tucumcari. And so it'll be enforced on the kickoff. Mm-hmm. And so Jal will probably go for 2. And then they'll get 15 yards to go with that. We'll see for sure what everything goes on. But we know for sure the Jal Panthers drive it 29 yards into the end zone and take the early 6-0 lead. Now the point after attempt to come, and they ejected a player. And so already not a lot of kids on the Tucumcari squad as Desmond Pacheco has been tossed from this game. So he is ejected from the ball game, so he's going to have to go over to the sideline, and Coach Garcia over there is letting him have it. When you lose your starting defensive end and a starting wide receiver on a team that only had 38 kids on the roster anyway, that is not a good way for his season to start.
Nope, shooting themselves in the foot right there, but Jal will take the advantage, that's for sure.
Certainly will. There's a reason Tucumcari was only 1-9 last year. Of course, I think playing with a lot of fire and a lot of passion, but you got to control that. So the Panthers will go for 2, and they'll actually take the mark off on the extra point, so half the distance to the goal. It'll be a 1-yard penalty. I hate to even write that down, but I have to. So from the 1-yard line, Jal going to go for 2. Kenyon under center, and he's just going to push over. There is nobody in the middle, and easy to go, and Kenyon puts 2 more on the board. The Panthers will take the 8-0 lead. 10:31 to go here in the first. We are back in 60 seconds. Panther football continues from New Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports.
When you want an old-fashioned meal that hits the spot every time, you have to try Nana's Cafe in Jal. Nana's Cafe is known for their delicious home-cooked meals. Whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, you will never be disappointed. Call 395-2132. That's 395-2132.
Conduct penalty, and so away, putting the boot will be Rodriguez, and that one will be a high booming end over under. Second possession, ball back on the 15-yard line. First down and 10. Let's try and get something moving along here. Apodaca still is the quarterback. Looks like we may have a new quarterback in the ball game. Let me check that number. That'll be Romero. So Romero takes over as the quarterback. The back with him is Gonzalez.
Nicholas Romero.
So Romero from the shotgun, high snap. He hands it off, tries a little counter tray, and Jal not falling for it as Gonzalez is hit in the backfield. And guess who? It's Houston again, and is going to bring him down back behind the line of scrimmage. He's going to lose a yard on the play, and so that'll bring up 2nd down and 11 for Tucumcari. So 2nd and 11. If I can get the scorebug working right. From back at the 14-yard line. 9:55 to go here in the first quarter. Jal already up 8-0. So Romero from the shotgun, 4 receiver set, 2 left, 2 right. Jal with 3 men across the front. High snap handled. Throws the screen near side, and that will be incomplete. So Romero tries it, but it is incomplete. His intended target over on the near side was their number 22, Urosti. So incomplete, and so it'll be a 3rd down and 11 coming up for Tucumcari. And when they throw it, it stops the ball, or stops the clock. Jal just licking their chops. They want the ball back.
Yeah, they're very anxious. Defense out and ready. Tucumcari taking a little time in the huddle.
So officially, it'll be 3rd down and 12. On the right shoulder is Gonzalez of Romero. Twins left, twins right. Romero with the hard count. He's going to get Jal to jump, and so the first penalty of the season on the Panthers is going to give Tucumcari a little bit of running room. So move it up 5 yards on the offsides. See if it's offsides and not false start, and yep, it will be offsides on the Panthers. So,
and that
1,
whole
2, 3, 4, 5. So it'll be 3rd and 7. So helps them out a little bit. And with Coach Giles, he does not like them to see him get those penalties, but they're going to happen early season. So 3rd and 7, a little more manageable for Tucumcari. From the shotgun is Romero. High snap, handles it. 5-step drop, going to be pressured. Wings it down the middle, and that one is going to be almost picked off and in and out of the hands of Jacob Lujan. As Lujan was thinking pick 6 right there, Don. He had that wounded duck sniffed out.
Yeah, he did.
And just kind of bobbled it. Got it looked like on the heel of his hand, so incomplete.
And he was really disappointed with that, if you saw afterward.
Yeah, Jacob had room to run. He comes down with that one. He can take it to
Yeah.
the left side and scamper down that sideline right into the end zone for the pick 6. As it is, he'll go back deep to receive. Back there with him is Colby Vargas. So punting it away will be Julian Griego for Tucumcari. So Lujan and Sandoval, pardon me, I was looking at the wrong number 7. Sandoval back deep to receive, and that'll be a wobbler, and Sandoval going to get it at the 42, brings it up to the 40, to the 30, gets a block, to the 25, to the 20, cuts it back, still looking for some running room, puts a hand, spin move at the 10, inside the 10, down to about the 6-yard line. Sandoval with a big return. Jal knocked on the doorstep here already done.
Yeah, they have really dominated such good, here. They're anticipating, their football IQ is high. They're watching, they're sniffing out they're ahead of the other team, not exactly where they should be. They're ahead of where they need to be. And that's great so far.
So Panther football, 1st and goal from the 7-yard line after a big return by Ethan Sandoval. Xavier Carrion is the quarterback. Panthers will run out of the pistol formation. Xavier with it, hands it to Lujan, goes left side over the tackle and untouched into the end zone and puts 6 on the board. Touchdown Panthers, and a little pushing and shoving afterwards. Got to be careful, number 51, Elijah Wagner for Tucumcari, getting all over Benny Garcia down there. Tucumcari's already had one kid knocked out of this game. They don't want to see another one. So Lujan, 7 yards to pay dirt. And just like that, it is 14-0 for the Panthers.
Yeah, 9:16 left to play in this first quarter. They're making quick work of this. But, it's you've just got to take advantage of everything that you're given. And Tucumcari, has been given up a lot. Jal's capable.
Jal going to come out and attempt a point after the traditional kind. Isaiah Rodriguez out of the hold of Carrion. Going to try and make it a 15-0 lead. Number 18, Isaiah Rodriguez, and the Jal Panthers have taken the 15-0 lead. We're back in 1 minute. This is Panther football on the Jal Sports YouTube channel and the Jal tab at HobbsAmerica.com.
The Woolworth Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County Athletics.
The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics.
It's a 7-yard drive for the Jal Panthers, capped off by Jacob Lujan, 7 yards into the end zone. The point after by Isaiah Rodriguez is good, was set up by a huge return by Ethan Sandoval. With Don Morgan, I'm TJ Miracle. Thanks for being with us this evening from here in Jal, the season opener, as Rodriguez will boom it away again. Jal already up 15-0, and we are barely underway, and that'll be a knuckleball that is going to past and dive. Finally going to be corralled by Damian Uroste back inside the 10. Takes it up to the 10, and Jal going to meet him there and drive him backwards. Not a lot of time to run. That was great coverage down the field by the Jal Panthers, and the kicker getting in on it, Isaiah Rodriguez, leading the way on the tackle. Looked like also in on that stop was Nolbert Cervantes. So the Panthers have come to play. 1st and 10 from their own 10-yard line. Tucumcari backed up again, Dawn.
That's right. So, and they have what must look like 200 yards of field in front of them again against a team that is so quick. Jal is quick, and they're proving it tonight.
And so they're going to keep Romero in at the quarterback position. Gonzalez is still his running back. Twins to the left and twins to the right. High snap. Handled, and they're going to hand it right up the middle. Not a lot of room for Gonzalez, and he's not even going to make it back to the line of scrimmage. He's going to lose another 2 yards. He's carried the ball 3 times, and he's lost 6 yards. So definitely the running game not getting going for Coach Garcia and his Rattlers here in the early going. 8:45 remaining, first quarter. Jal up 15-0. In this opening game of the 2022 season. The Tucumcari going to shift around Gonzalez over to the left shoulder this time. High snap as whistles sound before, so that's usually going to be indicative of a false start penalty. But we'll see what the head official says. The judge on the far side, line judge on the far side, that threw the flag. There was a little movement on the line.
Well, the refs are getting their heads together. Now we have a signal.
It'll be false start on Tucumcari. So their second penalty of the ball game. And it'll back them up since they're inside the 10-yard line. It'll be half the distance to the goal. So winds up being a 4-yard penalty. And so that'll make it 2nd down and 16. They are moving the wrong way. They get out to the 20, and they are at the 4-yard line.
Yeah, very dangerous for them. I mean, they're in safety territory here because Jal's so quick across the line that they've really got to watch that.
Yeah, you've got to think Coach Giles is probably going to dial up the heat here. 4 receiver set, 2 left, 2 right. Trying the hard count, and another false start is trying to get the jump out there was Santiago Montano, and he jumped over on that right side of things, and up to another false start, so half the distance to the goal, a 2-yard penalty.
2-yard, wow. Yeah.
3 penalties for a whopping 8 yards now for Tucumcari, and it is 2nd down and 18. So from the 2-yard line, 2nd and 18. Tucumcari moving the wrong way. If you're Jal here, you've got to pay particular attention to the receivers because you've got to think that Romero is going to try and get it out of there quickly. They may try and run a little bubble screen out to one of those receivers.
Some kind of a little
and
pattern.
Another false start as Apodaca moves that time as Jal just stands up and does it. And so another penalty. Now 4 penalties for 9 yards.
They're going to be on the 1-yard line now, lining up.
So 2nd and 19. Tucumcari moving the wrong way. And, yeah, now it is definitely in safety territory if you are the Jal Panthers.
That puts so much pressure on the line, on the Tucumcari line and the quarterback to try to get that ball. You can't afford any kind of fumbles, anything, and try to.
Jal does show blitz as the bubble screen comes near side and in and out of the hands of the intended receiver on the near side. That was number 13. In and out of the hands of Diaz, and it's probably a good thing he dropped that, Dawn, or he would have gotten creamed, and it would have been a safety.
And as it is, it looks like we have maybe a player down in the end zone. It looks like a Tucumcari jersey. We'll see. Nope, I think they're going to reach down. They're picking him up, getting him up. I think maybe he
one of the big linemen just.
Yep, number 74, who is Edward Yisko.
So, yep, he's going to limp off. Maybe just a cramp this early in the season.
Could be.
So 3rd.
Guy.
Yes, he is. So, yeah, 5'10", 255-pound sophomore for the Tucumcari squad. So 3rd down and 18. If you're Tucumcari, I think you're just looking for anything positive here.
Yeah, you're just trying to get out of that end zone, trying to get out of your own shadow down there.
They haven't had any luck with anything else.
Nope.
If I'm Coach Garcia, just to get something positive, I think it's a quarterback keeper right up the middle. but they're keeping him in the shotgun with a 4-receiver set as a little spin move, and Jal going to jump off sides. And so the question is, was he drawn? I don't think so. I think that'll be offsides on the Panthers.
Looks like Brandon Houston, 54, maybe.
Nope, it'll be false start. He was drawn offside again.
Hey.
There is no room to go, so it's still 3rd down and 19 for the Rattlers. They are trying to get off the line in a hurry to stop Jal's pressure, and it's not working for them too good.
So let's see if this is going to be the one, or is this going to be the one where Jal gets the ball and
Romero gets it. Now he'll throw it near side, and it is complete, but it is in the end zone for the safety. And so it is completed to Urosti. He is going to officially lose 1 yard, but it is a safety, and the Panthers are going to put 2 more on the board. It's 17-0, and now they'll get the free kicked on.
They will.
Wow, we'll take a quick timeout. Be back for the free kick. This is Panther football from New Allmark Digital and One Radio Square Sports.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
As the Jal Panthers have everything going their way tonight as the big safety on the first completed pass of the night with 7:32 remaining here in the first quarter, 17-0 in favor of the Panthers. And right now in the list of offense, it's all bad as Tucumcari right now is at negative 18 yards. Now they haven't helped themselves with 5 penalties for 10 yards, but still, that is a wowzer. So it'll be interesting to see if Coach Garcia elects to kick or elects to punt. It is a free kick after the safety. Athletics and Jal Panther Sports. Please contact the radio station, 575-397-4969, or email me. I'm TJ Miracle. That's tjmiracle@newallmark.com, or you can message us through the Kicks 103 or KZOR Facebook pages as well. So Jal going to send 4 men back deep this time. And it looks like it will be a punt situation. And the punter will be Antonio, looks like Gonzalez. Gonzalez going to punt it away, and they're telling him he's got to be behind the 20.
Right.
That is true because the kick is from the 20.
Right. When his foot makes contact with the ball, he's got to be behind that line.
And they're going to toss it over to Julian Griego. Looks like going to do the kicking. No, it looks like they will punt it away. Jal going to be set up back around their own 35. As Griego comes up and just pops it straight up in the air. And Sandoval going to field it at the 42. Brings it back to the left side to the 35. Cuts it back in, gets a block to the 30. Little spin move, gets away from 1, gets away from 2, still on his feet. To the 25, to the 20, inside the 15, down to the 14-yard line. And another big return for Ethan Sandoval before he's finally going to be brought down by Santiago Montano. But wow, another big return for Sandoval in the return game from the Department of Redundancy file this morning. So Jal, 1st and 10 this afternoon, evening, whatever it is. It's been a long day. From the 14-yard line, 1st to go for the Panthers.
Of course, that punt, that play was set up by a pretty weak punt. It went way up, but not very far out. So Jal was able to capitalize on that. But, man, just the determination of that run, not going down in the face of really a lot of opposition. Tucumcari was right there trying to tackle.
So Alex Xavier Kenyon is the quarterback. He'll get it. He will roll to the left. He's pressured a little bit. He'll throw it back across his body and overthrows his intended target, Ito Arroyo. Arroyo just over his head there. But trying some things. I like to see that.
Definitely. And, at this point, Jal is really firmly in control of this game, so they can afford to loosen up a little bit and sort of think outside the box a little bit, trying some things. So sure.
Yeah, you certainly can. Of course, I think you'd like to get it to running clock before maybe you get that comfortable.
Get too experimental here, but yeah.
So we'll see what Coach Giles can pull out of the hat here. 2nd down and 10 for the Panthers. Ball at their own the Tucumcari 14-yard line. Beautiful evening here in southern Lake County. Panther Stadium, great facility. Twins to the left, one to the right. Alex Xavier with it, going to roll left again, looks to the end zone, throws it across his body again, and that one is going to be in and out of the hands of Connor Andre. Coverage being provided over on that side by Montano again, so incomplete, and it'll be 3rd down and 10. Clock stops with 7:08 remaining here in a slow-moving first quarter. Of course, thanks for being with us tonight on the JAL tab at HobbsAmerica.com and on the JAL Sports page at YouTube.com.
It's been a lot of scoring, but it hasn't taken a lot of time off the clock. So we've been scoring a lot, but really not running very much clock as a result of that.
Twins left and Twins to the right this time. A 4-receiver set for the Panthers. Cadillon from the pistol formation. Single back in the backfield with him is Lujan. Alex Xavier barks out what he wants, gets it. He's going to do the delayed handoff and keep it himself, and he is inside the 5, cuts it back and stretches out at the 2-yard line. It is a pickup of 12 for Cadillon and move the chains. 1st down, Panthers. 1st and goal now from the 2-yard line.
So
officially the 3.
Yeah, right. Knocking on the door yet again, as the Panthers already 17-0 in this one with just under 7 minutes left to play in the first quarter.
So the Panthers trying to run it up. Maybe call it a early night. Don't know if Jal's in the 4-day week, so getting the day off tomorrow maybe. The clock continues to move. 6:42 remaining. Cadillon shakes his head, changing the play. Lujan is the deep back, 1st and goal from the 3. As Alex keeps it himself, the delayed option pitch and into the hands of Lujan, and he's going to lose yardage. Nice coverage as that one got spread out as Montano again didn't let Lujan go anywhere. He's going to lose a couple of yards all the way back to the 5-yard line. See where they mark it officially. I think they're going to put it on the 5, so he's going to lose a couple of yards on the play. And so it'll bring up a 2nd and goal from the 5. We're just now at the halfway point of this first quarter, 17-0 in favor of the Panthers. Tucumcari coughed it up on their first drive, and Jal has been very methodical, just taking it in. We've seen 2 touchdowns, a 2-point conversion, point after, and a safety. 2nd and goal from the 5, and Lujan going to take the direct snap this time. Starts it left, cuts it back right on the left hash mark, and into the end zone. Is he there? I haven't seen a signal yet. Waiting to see.
The officials, I don't know. The officials have yet
to signal, but
it looks.
I think they're going to go ahead and say touchdown Panthers. So put 6 more on the board as Lujan gets the ones he lost back and a few more. 5-yard touchdown for Jacob Lujan, and 23-0 in favor of the Panthers. 5 minutes, 36 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Jal goes for 2. They can get halfway to the 50, and they will just attempt the point after again. I think a good move. Isaiah Rodriguez with a good leg. Cadillon, a good holder if he can get a good snap. So far, hadn't really been an issue. Tucumcari looks like they may try and come after this one. Low snap. Alex just going to have to get it. Throws it over to the near side. It's complete to Lujan and put 2 on the board. It is complete on the blown 2-point conversion. And the Panthers go up 25-0. And I don't think it's too early to say, Dawn, but the route is on here at Panther Stadium.
It is. They are definitely going to probably keep the pedal down, trying to, of course, get to that magic number 50.
Well, 35 goes to running clock.
Right, to running clock, and then, of course, if 50, they keep that going, it would be 50. Sure.
So we'll take a quick timeout. 25-0, Jal in the lead. This is Panther football.
Mayor Matt White and the employees of the City of Jal are proud of their Jal Panthers. They know with determination and hard work, anything is possible. Way to go, Jal Panthers. For information on the City of Jal, call 395-3340 That's 395-3340. The City of Jal, 309 South Main Street. The City of Jal is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Way to go, Jal Panthers. In a small town like Jal, New Mexico, it's great to know that families, businesses, co-workers, and kids all take pride in their school and community, just like they do at Fulco Trucking. Owners Rowdy and Bridget are proud of their Jal Panthers, and they wish them great success today and in all future adventures. Fulco Trucking, your source for water hauling and steam washing. Call 575-395-3178. Fulco Trucking, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
For the Jal Panthers, they take it 14 yards on 5 plays and into the end zone by Jacob Lujan, who then takes it on a muffed snap from Alexavier Catillon and gets 2 more put on the board. And the Panthers are rolling 25-0 with Dawn Morgan. I'm TJ Miracle. And kicking it off once again, Isaiah Rodriguez is going to be the tiredest kid in this stadium tonight, I think.
Yeah.
So he has done a lot of kicking thus far. So Isaiah comes up and puts the big boot in it. High end over ender, and that one is going to bounce at the 10 and then go out of bounds back at about the 7-yard line. So the kickoff out of bounds, and I have a feeling Coach Garcia is going to take the ball at the 35. That is the penalty.
Right.
He can elect to have them re-kick it, but I'm thinking he's going to take that position.
That's got to look really great because so far, I mean, they've been back at their own 10 and around that 10-yard. So 35 has got to be looking really good to him right now.
Yes, it does. So it'll be first down and 10 from the 35-yard line, and yep, that is exactly what he elects to do. So Tucumcari going to try and get anything going here. Still only about halfway through the first quarter. 5:36 to go in the first. Jal already up 25-0, taking advantage of a strip sack and then a safety and great field position. So Jal tuning up for next week against Tularosa. Should be a great game next week. Twins left, Twins right. Quarterback still is Romero. Apodaca got the start in the game, but Romero has come on. Romero sends a man in motion, and they are going to hand it off to that motion man, and he puts the ball on the carpet, and the Panthers have it back as Uroste coughs it up. And he loses 2 yards in the process and coughs it up, and the Panthers come out from the bottom. Houston strips it away, and then I believe that was Cervantes that comes up with it. And so turn it over to the Panthers. Everything going the way of the blue and gold.
Yeah, second big turnover that they've capitalized on, but they've used their physicality, zeroing in on the ball, and again, just stripping that ball out of there. And it's perfectly legal. They're using all their tricks and all their experience on the field.
First and 10 from the 33-yard line. Twins to the left, 1 to the right. Alexavier Catillon is the quarterback for the Panthers. Lujan in the backfield with him. Good snap. Alexavier, the option pitch to Lujan. He makes a man miss. No, he doesn't. He goes forward, but then gets wrapped up. As you got to give credit to Santiago Montano. He stayed right with him. And so an official timeout on the field as Montano looks like he has been expecting to be the cover man on those option pitches. And they're going to call over both Alexavier Catillon and also the captain which is Elijah Wagner for Tucumcari. I think maybe some stuff getting said and talked about in there.
Oh, yeah, I think
and the
so.
official just going to make sure that this one stays civil.
Really, from the very beginning of this game, there's been a lot of, extracurricular going on. There's been some already a player ejected very early on one of the first plays of the game, and because of smack talk, basically. So these guys,
they're going to. I think, it should be second down and 10.
Okay.
Or second and 9. Second and 9 after a 1-yard gain on the option pitch for Lujan. From the far hash mark, one's to the right, nobody to the left. Just got there's one to the left out there. Alexavier was blocking him from the pistol formation. High snap. Alexavier gets it, delay handoff. Lujan takes it over the right tackle and just drives it right inside the 30 down to the 25-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 7 for Jacob on second down and 9 as my score bug just decided to go crazy. And so now it'll be third down and about 2.
Jal's line doing a good job of pushing forward, making some room. And Jal will certainly take those 5 and 7 yard runs all day. You get a couple of those, you're moving the chains and keep it moving forward.
So 3rd down and 2, 25-0. Jal in the middle of this here, only thirds of the way through the first quarter. So Cadillon once again from the pistol. Good snap. Gonna fake the handoff, keeps it himself, starts it right, comes back left inside the 20, down to the 18-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 7 for Alex Xavier and move the chains. 1st down, Panthers. The Jal going to be content to just run it inside and run the little traps and counter trays.
And finally, we've been eating just a little more clock on this run. Jal looking a little more deliberate. I wouldn't say slower, but more deliberate in this.
Yeah, you don't have to rush when you're up by 25 points. And
right.
Really, Tucumcari, they're here and they're playing, and hats off to them, but they have just been completely outmatched here early. So
and I think their frustrations because of that have leaked all over the field as well. And
Twins right, one left. Rolling right is Cadillon, throws it back underneath, gets it to Lujan at the 10. Lujan turns on the Jets at the 5, cuts it back to the left side and into the end zone. 6 on the board, touchdown Panthers, and 6 more points going up on the board on the Cadillon to Lujan hookup. And the route continues now 31-0 in favor of the Panthers.
3:36 left to go in this first quarter. It looks like they're lining up for a traditional point after again with a kick.
And a nice job there is just threw it down to the dump down man, and that's what Lujan was trying to do. He just leaked out to give him a safety valve. As the point after is up, it is a high end-over-ender, and it is good. So 32-0 is our score. 3:36 remaining here in the first quarter. And let's just keep it right here, Dawn, and say a big thank you to the Woolworth Community Library, Fulco Trucking, the City of Jal, the Jal Clinic, Panther Energy, Nana's Cafe, Lavelle Insurance, the Jal Schools, and Eunice Pump and Supply. It's because of those folks that we get to bring you these games absolutely free. In Walmart Broadcasting and One Radio Square Sports, we never charge you to watch your kids and your teams play. I know there's a lot of, every time, you see anything on the JAL bulletin board or the school site, you have scammers and people posting, oh, watch it here. Well, if it's not from us and it's not from the NFHS, and the NFHS charges you, by the way, we do not. If it's not from one of those two, it is a scammer and somebody that's probably going to either put a virus on your computer or steal your credit card. Just throwing it out there. But we are the official radio and streaming partner of the Panthers. I know JAL also does feed a live feed through the NFHS occasionally, but we're proud that they've allowed us to come out and be a part of things this season. Glad to be back for regular season football here in JAL. Again, we do still need some assistance with the Panthers and some of the games this season. If you'd be interested in helping us broadcast, we would certainly love to talk to you. Just contact Kix 103 or KZOR. And you can also email me, tjmiracle@newwalmart.com. With Dawn Morgan, thanks for being with us on a beautiful Thursday night here in Panther Country. As I'm going to stand up and I'm going to open this window a little bit. A little wind moving in here.
It's a little stuffy.
It is a bit stuffy. Well, I mean, it's
but it's
been in it since track season.
That's right.
So, well, I guess last night technically, but so it'll be 32-0 as we get back to it. And kicking it away again will be Rodriguez, and it'll be another booming kick. It'll be fielded back at the 10-yard line, up to the 15, to the 20, to the 25-yard line before he is met and dropped. That's Damian Yoroste. The Panthers, a couple of guys up there and on him close, like Ito Arroyo, making the big hit. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Tucumcari from their own 25-yard line. Of course, the Panthers opening the season at home. Next Friday night, we'll head over to Tularosa to take on the Wildcats. And we will have that game for you. Talent to be determined. So 1st and 10 for Tucumcari from the 25-yard line. As I got to switch my stat sheets back, is back to pass and winging up a wounded duck, and that one just going to be almost tipped away, and it is going to be intercepted, but I think we got a flag on it as a big fight going on down the field.
I think there might have been pass interference.
Yeah, Santiago Montoya was fighting real hard down there, and getting the interception was Fernando Rubio, but I have a feeling Rubio's going to get called, even though they were both pushing, they were both fighting. I'm not sure what they're going to call for sure on that. They're discussing it.
Good coverage, good attempt, but I think it was just a little too close, and we'll see what the
and it will be pass interference on Jal.
Yep.
So it'll be a 15-yarder on the Panthers. And so that will negate the interception, and it'll move the chains. That is just the first down for Tucumcari in this ball game.
And it comes on a mistake by Jal. So, again, Jal has to be careful. They have capitalized on a lot of Tucumcari mistakes. They can't start making their own, or, they're going to open the door. What they want to do is continue to dominate this game, put some more scores on the board. They're looking to try to get 35 so that they
get
can
the running clock.
The clock running, right?
Yep, so under center this time will be Romero, and he is going to trip and fall just as he hands the ball off. Gets it again to his running back Gonzalez, but he had nowhere to go. The Panthers all over him right up the middle. Alex Xavier Catillon leading the charge, and it is a loss of 5 for Gonzalez. They go backwards again, and so now it'll be 2nd down and 15. So 2nd and 15. 2 minutes, 50 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Jal in control of this one, 32-0. Now Romero going to go back into the shotgun. Twins to the left, twins to the right. Single back in the backfield with him is Gonzalez. High snap, it's handled. Romero going to roll around, but he is going to be sacked as the Panthers stretch him out as Alex Xavier Catillon puts up the flex signal and gets him all the way back to the 25-yard line. It'll be a 10-yard sack, just the second sack of the ball game. And so losing 10 more yards, it's 3rd down and 25. As again, Tucumcari goes the wrong way.
Yeah, Jal has just been able to penetrate that line so easily and move right across. And I tell you, Carillon had that one sniffed out and was there almost before the quarterback got the ball and decided to sweep.
And one of the other ends, and I didn't catch his number, also in on that stop. But so 3rd down and Eunice for Tucumcari with 1:48 remaining in the first as whistles sound. And a timeout going to be taken by the Panthers. So 1:47 to go. The Panthers take the timeout to talk about things. We'll take it with them. This is Jal Panther football from New Allmark Digital and One Radio Square Sports.
The Jal Clinic and Dental Clinic wish the Jal Panthers the best of luck as they take on new challenges. Everyone at the Jal Clinic and Jal Dental Clinic will be cheering you on. Jal Clinic professionals are honored to serve the Jal community and all their healthcare needs. The Jal Clinic has lab and x-ray capabilities and now has a dental clinic, a clinic you can rely on. For an appointment, call 395-3400. That's 395-3400. Jal Clinic, 805 West Kansas, another proud supporter of Lee County Athletics. As Lee County's largest independent insurance agency, Lavelle Insurance works with a large number of insurance companies. They'll do your comparison shopping for you, guaranteeing you the very best price on the very best coverage for life, health, auto, retirement planning, commercial or personal insurance. Lavelle Insurance offers innovative solutions to protect your assets, goals, and future plans. Lavelle Insurance, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
The Panthers take the timeout with 1:47 to go here in the first quarter. Jal leading 32-0 alongside Dawn Morgan. I'm TJ Miracle. Thanks for being with us as we open up the 2022 football season from here at Panther Stadium. So let's see what the Panthers, I think maybe Coach Giles trying to maintain a little time to maybe get this to 35 points by the end of the first quarter. And so it'll be Romero staying in at the quarterback position. On his left shoulder is going to be Gonzalez, and he'll go back to pass it, and he throws it over the head of everybody. But he was getting pressured, threw that off his back foot, but that was a pretty looking pass. Unfortunately, nobody in the neighborhood as Jacob Lujan, the closest to it, And so it'll be 4th down and needing to get to about Eunice, and I have a feeling it's going to be punt time for Tucumcari.
Yeah. Although, as you
watch
said,
for the
that
fake.
was watch for the fake. Although, as you said, that was nice for him. I mean, it was good for him. It looked good when he released it. It was nice in the air. Just nobody there.
The lights were on, but nobody was home. So it'll be 4th down and 25. Will be punt time for the Rattlers, as Sandoval and Lujan going to be back near midfield. Of course, last time they punted the ball, it just popped straight up in the air. And so it'll be Romero. Looks like maybe he's going to punt. Nope, they're going to go for it on 4th and 25. Good snap. Romero throws it over the middle and out of the reach of the Panthers. Good job downfield by Rodriguez. And again, good pressure put on by that Jal front line. Jesus Quetillon getting the pressure, so it'll be incomplete. And over on downs for Tucumcari as they gave Jal great field position. It'll be 1st and 10 from the Tucumcari 25. Still 98 seconds to go here in the first quarter. We could be at running clock by the time we get to the second quarter. And when it gets to running clock, it does move fast because it only stops for changes in quarters, timeouts, and changes of possession. Yeah.
And if it if it's in the air out of bounds.
No,
right?
not win 35. It keeps running.
Keep running. Wow.
So Quetillon will be the quarterback. Lujan is the single back from the far hash mark. As Quetillon going to roll right side, throws it down, has a man complete at the 5 and into the end zone. 6 on the board. Touchdown Panthers as Andre gets it in there. That is Connor Andre, 25 yards for the second passing touchdown of the game from Xavier Quetillon, and the Panthers are rolling. Xavier is 2 for 4 for 43 yards, and both of his completions, touchdowns.
Wow.
So the point after to come with 91 seconds still remaining in the first. As Xavier to hold. To kick it away will be Rodriguez. And the kick is going to be blocked. I think one of Tucumcari's guys maybe have got a hand on that one, so it is no good.
Right,
but
went off a little too much to the left.
The Panthers still rolling, though, 38-0. 1:31 to go in the first quarter. We'll be back. More Panther football from New Allmark Digital and One Radio Square Sports.
When you want an old-fashioned meal that hits the spot every time, you have to try Nana's Cafe in Jal. Nana's Cafe is known for their delicious home-cooked meals. Whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, you'll never be disappointed. Call 395-2132. That's 395-2132. Nana's Cafe, 301 South Main Street in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community and Jal athletics. Everyone from Nana's Cafe is cheering you on all the way. Jal Panthers.
Kayla and Emmy Lujan from Panther Energy are excited for their Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one-stop shop for backhoes, dump trucks, roustabouts, and welding. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd in Jal, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
For the Panthers, one play, 25 yards, and into the end zone for another Jal Panther touchdown as it goes from Quetillon to Andre, and the route is on. The point after no good, but 38-0 is the score. Alongside Dawn Morgan, I'm TJ Miracle, as kicking it away will be Isaiah Rodriguez. As Tucumcari, I think, is wondering what has hit him. So back deep is going to be Damian Yoroste. So Damian Yoroste back deep, as is Gonzalez, pardon me. So Rodriguez, to kick it away. And it'll be a high end-over-ender, and Yoroste is going to field it at the 10. Brings it up the near hash to the 15, to the 20, where he is met first by Houston. And then he is going to be cleaned up and taken down. So Houston with the initial hit. And I was looking up number 23. Okay, so that was Diego Porras who finished him off. So 1:09 to go here in this first quarter. And I'm not sure. Yeah, the running clock is in effect. So things will be moving pretty quickly. As a late sub coming in for Tucumcari, bringing in the play from the sideline. I believe that was, Nicholas Romero. They kind of need their quarterback out there.
It would help.
It would. They're going to have to run at least one more play here in this first quarter. 38-0, Jal in the lead. So Jal going to put, looks like 3 men on the front. Just going to put 1 man deep, man coverage on a 4-receiver set. Romero with it. He's going to hand it off and nowhere to go for Gonzalez. He's going to be brought down behind the 20, back at the 18-yard line. So Gonzalez moving backwards 5 carries for negative 13 yards. The Panther line has done a fantastic job of containing the running back, the 5'9", 190-pound junior running back for Tucumcari.
Yeah, just really sealing up all the holes. You can watch them as they all zero in. They know, then they close ranks, and they just seal it up tight, and that's what you got to do.
And Tucumcari is going to come to the line, but they're not going to get a playoff in time as the first quarter will mercifully expire on the Tucumcari Rattlers. So we'll change sides and be back. More Panther football from New Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports on the Jal Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County Athletics.
The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics.
And welcome back. The Jal Panthers play here on the Jal Sports YouTube channel and the Jal tab at HobbsAmerica.com. I'm TJ Miracle, and taking over the call here in the second quarter as we flip ends, here's Don Morgan.
And we are getting ready for the beginning of this second quarter. Of course, it is 38-0. Jal in firm control of this one, and it will be running clock as we begin this second quarter. Flipping down into the other end as Tucumcari has the ball, and it is going to be 2nd down and 12 yards to go.
Jal has been absolutely dominant on both ends. Here is a 38-point. I don't remember the last time I saw a 38-point first quarter, but we are seeing it here tonight. And over the years, I have seen a lot of football games, and we're going to have a timeout taken as Jal going to take their second timeout.
Interesting. Okay, coming off of what was a huddle opportunity for them, so interesting. Wonder if they just saw some differences in Tucumcari's lineup, or whether they just coach wanted to pull him in and
I've got to think maybe he was thinking that he didn't have the right personnel out or something.
Could be. So making some adjustments gives him a chance, gives him another deep breath, because they have had Tucumcari on the ropes since the very first snap of the ball in this game.
Well, they have, and Jal really picking up right where they left off last year. When I was looking at Tucumcari's record and things from last year, I believe all but the one game they won did get at least into running clock territory, and I believe 6 of the 9 losses were of the 50-point variety. So.
Yeah, and Jal does this. I mean, they're capable of coming out. They're a quick strike, first strike team. They like to get out there. They like to dominate, set the pace. They like to put as many points on the board as they can early, and just just overwhelm their opponent, and they were able to do that in so many instances this last season. So it's not unusual for them to see them do this successfully at this point, but barely going to get this second quarter underway. Tucumcari again with the ball, and that is Romero, quarterback, back in shotgun position. 3 receivers to the right. The snap kind of high, drops back. A little pass. It's knocked down as Jal was able to, a couple of guys on the line, and I know I saw number 10, Rubio was there knocking that down to get the other.
Yeah, Isaiah Rodriguez was also in there defending a very dangerous pass as Ramiro trying to get Yoroste, but he threw it into triple coverage. He has not thrown an INT yet, but it's not for lack of trying. He is right now 1 of 7 for -1 yards. His one completion turned into a safety. But Jal's defensive backs so far doing a nice job in the line, controlling on that last play. We'll fix the score bug here.
Thank you. This is your phone, and I'm not familiar with this. And
you almost called yourself.
lining up in the shotgun again. Romero back, snaps, and throws a screen over to the left side. Has a man. I think it was complete. Not much yardage on it, but it looked like
to Griego, and it's a 5-yard completion.
So it is going to be 4th and 7. You've got to think punt time, but we saw Tucumcari go for it in a situation very much like this in the first quarter. So we'll see what happens.
And that is the first positive play of the ball game for Tucumcari.
All right, and what, a 5-yard completion?
5-yard completion, yep.
All right, so 4th and 7 now, and it looks like they're going to go for it?
Yeah, they're going to go for it.
Romero is back in shotgun again. Everybody on the line this time. Couple of receivers off to the right, takes a snap, and pressure on him, and it is intercepted. Looks like Isaiah Rodriguez with the ball. He's got it, going over to the left side, headed to the end zone, and yes, he's in for another touchdown, and Jal notches yet another one. So a nice INT. That is what? So the second score off of an interception in the game so far for Jal?
That's the first score off. That's the first INT of the ball game, but it is the pick 6. And so 44-0 as living dangerously was Romero. That's the 3rd turnover of the ball game. Nice job just kind of back there and waiting for it was Isaiah Rodriguez. And then nice job by the defensive line, turned offensive line to give him some blocks and get him sprung on the right side.
And we're going to have traditional point after attempt here. It's a Rubio back to kick. And it looks good. It looks like it's right through the uprights. And nope,
good. They're going to say it went
nope,
right to the right.
Wide. So yeah, a little trick of the eye from up here. I thought it went right straight through. So that's a second missed attempt for point after. Jal did make a 2-point conversion earlier in the game.
Two 2-point conversions, as a matter of fact.
It's going to stay 44-0 here with 10-11 left to play in this second quarter. Running clock for Jal again. And they will kick off. Tucumcari to get the ball again.
As we'll be back after this timeout.
All right, and
here on the Jal Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
It is a pick 6 from 32 yards out. Isaiah Rodriguez gets the interception and then takes it to the house. The point after, no good, but Jal, with 10-11 to go in the first half, leads this one by a score of 44-0. Thanks for being with us here on the Jal Sports YouTube channel. Please give us a subscription. We would appreciate that. and also on the JAL tab at hobbsamerica.com. So as we get back to the action, preparing for the kickoff with the call, Dawn Morgan.
JAL getting set for the kickoff, and that will be Rubio back to kick.
No, actually that's Rodriguez.
Rodriguez, my bad.
I said he was going to be the tiredest kid in the stadium, all the kicking and now the INT.
Right. Rodriguez, high flyer, end over end. It's going to drop right around the 15 and take a bounce, take a big JAL Panther bounce, and end up out of bounds. So I believe
that
it
is
will
a
come
penalty.
out to the
That's
35-yard line.
That's a kickoff out of bounds.
Yep, and as we said before, this is the second time that Tucumcari will take the results of that. So Tucumcari will have it at the 35. Again, 44-0 is your score.
Sorry, we've got screensaver problems going on
here.
here.
Keeps going on. I thought the screensaver would just be turned completely off. I didn't expect to deal with that. Sorry. So we are getting ready for another Tucumcari drive. Their possession on the 35-yard line. It is Romero back in the shotgun. And he does connect. It is going to be complete. It's a pretty short one, a little screen off to the left, and that is number 13, Diaz, who received that. But it's going to be second down and about, they got about 4 yards on that.
Yeah, actually
almost
no game.
Five.
Back
no
to
game.
the line of
back
scrimmage,
to the line of scrimmage. Yep, I see that. All right, sorry. I'm busy looking at my score bug, actually. So 2nd and 10 here in this second quarter, 44-0.
Of course, we all are still in the running clock situation.
Romero back in the shotgun. Drops back, a long pass, and it is going to be intercepted, and running with it, being brought down. And that is number 20, who is Gonzalez, wrestling the JAL Panther, number 18, Isaiah Rodriguez, who's had a heck of a game.
That's his second pickoff in the game, 4th turnover for Tucumcari.
And after the INT, he went up to get that, came down and got about 5 yards after the INT, but it'll be a 1st and 10 for JAL. And it's going to be, I think they're going to put that right at the 40, right at the 44-yard line. So it'll be JAL possession.
And if JAL gets to 50, 44. I believe, I don't know, I can't remember if they have to play out the end of the quarter.
I think they do. I think they have to play at least half of the game.
Yeah, I think it's any 50 anytime after halftime. So
what they're trying to do is, of course, get another 6 or 7 or 8 on the board, get up to at least 50, and then if it's 50-0 at half, that's the game. And it is Romero going to take a snap.
So that's Carillon,
sorry. And a flag on the play. So a quick whistle. It's probably going to mean illegal motion or somebody with a little jumping on the line possibly, or a little illegal motion in the backfield maybe.
Yeah, maybe false start on the line. We'll have to see. JAL going to start getting, I think, probably some of their younger players in at this point. And, yep, it will be false start on the Panthers.
So they will take a 5-yard penalty on that?
That is correct.
So it will be 2nd and 15.
And that is the 3rd penalty for 25 yards on the Panthers. So back to the 49-yard line.
Still got plenty of time and room to work. And again, they are shuffling a couple of players in and out. Looks like they've got Carillon and Rodriguez back in on this play, though. I noticed that they came in. A couple of younger ones went out.
Yeah, and Lujan will still be the deep back, looks like.
So Carillon back in shotgun formation. One back behind him. He fakes the handoff. Quarterback keeper running to the right, has some room, goes through 1, 2, looks like open field in front of him. He's going all the way into the end zone. And yes, 6 more on the board with a quarterback keeper designed to be that way play. And it means 6 more, and Jal is now 50-0 over Tucumcari with 5:55 running clock left in this second quarter.
Nice job there by Alex Xavier as he faked the handoff, and all of Tucumcari bid on it to Lujan. And then as they got down the field, he got a massive block from one of his guys over on that far right side. I believe that was Connor Andre that gave him the block that finally sprung him for that last about 15 yards. And so the Panthers rolling up 50-0, 5:50 remaining here in this first half and probably in the ball game.
And they will try a point after kick. That is Rodriguez. And it's up. We'll see. It's good. Up through the uprights. That's 51-0 now. With 5:52 showing on the clock left to play in this second quarter. Now, Jal will want to hang on to that lead. If Tucumcari were to get a touchdown or make a score of any kind here, it would certainly could possibly stretch the game if the halftime hits and Jal isn't up by 50 points at least.
Of course, Jal will have the ball to start the second half if we get to the second half. Let's take a 30-second timeout. This is Panther football.
Mayor Matt White and the employees of the city of Jal are proud of their Jal Panthers. They know with determination and hard work, anything is possible. Way to go, Jal Panthers. For information on the city of Jal, call 395-3340. That's 395-3340. The city of Jal, 309 South Main Street. The city of Jal is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Way to go, Jal Panthers.
49 yards on the quarterback keeper. Alex Xavier Carillon gets it to the 50-point margin. The point after attempt is good by Isaiah Rodriguez. And the Jal Panthers are trying to make it an early night here in the home opener of the 2022 football season. I'm TJ Miracle, and as we get back to the action, Dawn Morgan.
And getting ready for the kickoff. And again, as you mentioned, Rodriguez, one of the busiest players on the field tonight for Jal, will kick off. Tucumcari getting set, back to receive. And Rodriguez having a little bit of a discussion with one of the refs. It's over. Hands him the ball. Beautiful night for football. Some storms off in the distance. A little bit of a breeze, but it's been a very, very beautiful night. And the kickoff. A high end-over-ender, and it looks like there will be another penalty on this as it goes out of bounds. So Tucumcari will have the ball at the 35-yard line again. So Tucumcari with possession. And what Tucumcari wants to do is to try to get their first successful offensive drive down to the end zone and put at least one score on the board for pride and to try to keep this game from ending at halftime.
Yeah, and I'm not sure Romero going to come out. He is still the quarterback, but they did not start Romero at the quarterback position. They started Cameron Apodaca, who was just a freshman, and I guess they thought maybe the pressure too much for him, and so they go with Romero, who's also a freshman. So 2 freshmen for the Tucumcari team, and they are definitely getting an education tonight.
They are a very young team. Looking on their roster, they do not have a lot of seniors. It's a lot of freshmen and sophies, and the ball is thrown. It's intercepted. It's going to be knocked away, and who got a hand on that?
That was number 18, Rodriguez again. He's already got 2 INTs, was going for a third.
Right, and no real chance to intercept that. I think all the way up, it looked like he was just trying to put a hand on it and just knock it away and keep it from being a successful.
And a timeout taken by Tucumcari. 4:35 remaining in the ball game. All Jal 51-0 over Tucumcari. We'll be back. This is Jal Panther football.
In a small town like Jal, New Mexico, it's great to know that families, businesses, co-workers, and kids all take pride in their school and community, just like they do at Fulco Trucking. Owners Rowdy and Bridget are proud of their Jal Panthers, and they wish them great success today and in all future adventures. Fulco Trucking, your source for water hauling and steam washing. Call 575-395-3178. Fulco Trucking, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics. The Jal Clinic and Dental Clinic wish the Jal Panthers the best of luck as they take on new challenges. Everyone at the Jal Clinic and Jal Dental Clinic will be cheering you on. Jal Clinic professionals are honored to serve the Jal community and all their healthcare needs. The Jal Clinic has lab and x-ray capabilities and now has a dental clinic, a clinic you can rely on. For an appointment, call 395-3400. That's 395-3400. Jal Clinic, 805 West Kansas, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Welcome back to Panther Stadium. The Jal Panthers all over the Tucumcari Rattlers, 51-0, 4.5 minutes remaining in the first half. I'm TJ Miracle, and with the call, Dawn Morgan.
And 2nd and 10 now, Tucumcari. In shotgun formation, Romero drops back and under really heavy pressure lets it fly, and it's intercepted by Connor Andre. Connor taking it all the way to the end zone over on the right side with very little opposition against him, and it's yet another TD for Jal. They're just pouring it on right now. So 57-0 off of the INT, and that's a second straight touchdown off of an interception for the Panthers, and just really nice. And I tell you, Romero looking good in the air, but he's just letting it fly, kind of just putting it up in the air, and Jal's having no trouble zeroing in on it and just picking it out of the sky and running it in, TJ.
Yeah, that is his third interception given up of the night, his second pick six. And Andre takes it in, touches the end zone for the second time. He caught a touchdown pass from Kettion, and now he gets the pick six. Fifth turnover of the night, forced by the Panthers now for the point after.
And Rodriguez making the attempt. And the PAT looks good from here, and it is good. So it'll be 58-0 now with 4:19 left to play in this second quarter. As off of the interception again, another Jal score. And Jal just wanting to hang on now, because if they are at least 50 points ahead at halftime, this game is over. Tucumcari looking very dejected, walking back to their lines.
It is going to be a long trip back to Tucumcari.
And it is, what about a 4-hour drive?
Yeah,
like
probably
four
probably four and a half.
Maybe more than that.
Depending on how you go,
yeah.
on a school bus. And
oh boy.
And now the last time, we covered a game in Tucumcari, gosh, it's probably been about 12 years ago, and Jal took it to Tucumcari in their place too. I did that game with Curtis Schrader a long, long time ago.
Right.
But so Jal has just had Tucumcari's number tonight.
They definitely have. They came in ready to play. They had a game plan, and it was to control the ball, to dominate, and they have certainly looked like a team that's just ready, not just for this game, but for the whole season. So
well,
I think that they have a goal in mind, and that is to be in that championship game again this season, at the end of the season, and maybe it end up on the winning side of that game again. But you got to play a lot of games between now and then. But they look like a team that has a long-term goal. Like their short-term goal, win this game. Long-term goal, win the season.
Well, and that's what they want to do. I have a feeling Tucumcari is just giving it everything they've had tonight. But next week, a little bit different. Tularosa is one of those schools with a whole lot of history, and they like nothing better over in Tularosa, Otero County, than beating teams from Lee County. So we've seen it over the years. It's been a back-and-forth battle between Jal and Eunice and that Tularosa team. So
yep, they are tough. Very tough.
A much tougher battle next week.
And kicking off, it is Rodriguez back for Jal. Puts a boot into it, a high end over end. This one is going to stay. Nope, it is going to bounce out of bounds again. It bounced right about the 15-yard line, but it will be a penalty, and Tucumcari will be able to take that ball at their 35-yard line again, as it looked like that ball was safely going to bounce end over end, but it took a little jag off to the left around the 15-yard line. So Tucumcari happy to see that ball come out at 35. they'll take it from there.
And the Panthers have only given Tucumcari a chance to maybe return 2 of them. They've been going for those corner kicks. They're pretty, I think, content to let Tucumcari bring it out to the 35, maybe give them a little bit of room to work with.
Right.
And now we'll have a flag come out. I'm not sure what that would be about. It could be a delay of game.
Could be.
As Coach Garcia is out, and he
doesn't look happy.
He's letting the line judge have it. As whistles sound and timeout going to be taken by Tucumcari while the officials discuss things.
We'll be back.
As Lee County's largest independent insurance agency, Lavelle Insurance works with a large number of insurance companies. They'll do your comparison shopping for you, guaranteeing you the very best price on the very best coverage for life, health, auto, retirement planning, commercial or personal insurance. Lavelle Insurance offers innovative solutions to protect your assets, goals, and future plans. Lavelle Insurance, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
When you want an old-fashioned meal that hits the spot every time, you have to try Nana's Cafe in Jal. Nana's Cafe is known for their delicious home-cooked meals. Whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, you'll never be disappointed. Call 395-2132. That's 395-2132. Nana's Cafe, 301 South Main Street in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community and Jal athletics. Everyone from Nana's Cafe is cheering you on all the way. Jal Panthers.
As Coach Garcia continues to bark now at the head official on the far sideline. They threw a flag, I think, for delay of game, although I don't think they're going to charge them with a delay of game penalty. I believe that they're going to just wind up charging them with the timeout. But Coach Garcia is not a happy man out there. Welcome back to Panthers Stadium, 58-0. Jal rolling over Tucumcari. I hope they roll over Tularosa next week, but rolling over Tucumcari 58-0 as teams back out onto the field. Here's Dawn Morgan.
I wonder if we're ever going to see any of the refs actually identify what the penalty was about or what that was all about, why the flag was thrown.
Yeah, I think they're going to just pick it up and charge them with the timeout.
Timeout, and it just becomes a wash. So
yeah, I think it had to have been a delay of game penalty.
All right, but it is still 1st and 10. Tucumcari with the ball, and it is going to be Romero back.
And they're going to go a little bit different look with two backs in the backfield this time. And Coach Garcia is still giving those officials an earful.
Okay.
And now they are going to call.
All right, he's delayed.
It's a delay of game penalty. So.
All right, so Tucumcari will have to march that back. Is that a 5 or 10?
That is a 5-yarder.
5-yarder.
So 1st and 15. That is the 6th penalty of the game for 15 yards on Tucumcari. You hear six penalties, 15 yards. TJ, are you smoking some of that stuff that's become legal? No, they had 4 consecutive false starts inside the 5-yard line.
All right, 1st and 15 now with Romero back in the shotgun. Takes it, fakes a handoff, and he actually does hand it off. I thought it was a fake, but it was. But, man, I tell you, Jal's line came up and stopped that immediately. I didn't even see. I guess that was maybe number 12. Was that? Oh,
that was number 22, so that was Uroste, his 2nd carry, and he's actually going to lose, looks like 6 yards. So a big job there by the big boys up front for the Jal Panthers as Alexavier Carrion getting in there and putting on a hit. Trent Butts also in on the stop, so it's a 6-yard loss. And so they've got to get to the 45, and they're back inside the 20.
2nd and
36.
That's a tough road to hoe, but Romero back in shotgun with one back with him, and he does hand it off. And nowhere to go, really. I think they'll get back to the line of scrimmage, maybe.
I'm going to lose another 2 as Houston had that one sniffed out.
All right, again, that's Uriaste.
That was Gonzalez that time.
Okay.
Number 20.
20, not 30. See, I saw a 3 instead of the 2.
Moving backwards, though, as Jal continuing to just bring the heat as we are clicking down under 3 minutes to go here.
3 minutes till half.
And ball game.
That's right, they are 58-0. That's your score. And Jal just being very patient, waiting, to line up at the line. Now, Tucumcari is going to spread it out. Romero back. And the ball is snapped, but it is
Fumble.
Yeah, fumbled. And the recovery, let's see, Jal says
Football.
they've got it, and they do. So a fumble and a recovery for Jal, and yet another turnover that they have forced.
And that is the 6th turnover of the ball game.
And Jal has been able to capitalize on every single one of those turnovers. Let's see what they do with this field position. They're right there on the 20, just on the actually on about the 12-yard line. About 12.
Yeah, call it the 12 or the 13. Yeah, call it the 12.
So home possession again. So first and 10 at their 12, or 13. We'll say at the 13.
So, yeah, Jal, really, the clock continues to move, and even except for timeouts when you're up by 50, Jal not intentionally trying to run up the score here. It's just kind of the way it is. Tucumcari has just been outmatched.
The snap, and Carillon with the ball takes the snap, and it's in. And the catch was Andre, I believe. Andre running over the right into the end zone, and it's another score.
It is. Was that Andre, or was
that
Andre. Norbert Cervantes? That was Cervantes, number 12.
Cervantes, okay. Again, I see the 2, but it's not just the 2. It's the 1-2. The 12 is Cervantes. So, all right. So 64-0 right now.
And that is the 3rd touchdown pass of the night for Carillon. So now, as you mentioned, 64-0. Statement game here for the Panthers early.
And Rodriguez to attempt the point after.
And they're telling them it's because of the lights.
Oh, okay.
The lights are synced up to the music, and they are dimming, and they're like, just let us kick, please.
Right. Now they.
Getting all the bugs out first week.
Rodriguez being given the okay, the go-ahead. Here's the snap and the hold. And it's up. It looks like it went through the uprights, and it is good. So 65-0 now with 1:19 left to play in the second quarter. And it looks like this game is going to be over at the end of this quarter with Jal just dominating this game from the very first, contact with the ball.
Well, and the Panthers have done everything that they've been asked to do. And they're saying, hey, you know what? We may have lost some kids, but we are still the state runners-up. We're, depending on which poll you look at, number 1 or number 2. Eunice, of course, being the other number 1 or number 2. And as you mentioned earlier, Jal, yeah, they want to win the game, but they want to win the season too. And they're going up against a team in this Tucumcari team that's in a higher division. Tucumcari is a 3A team.
Right.
And on paper, even a middling 3A team should probably be able to hang with the top teams in 2A.
Right.
Jal going, yeah, we're one of the top teams in 2A, but we're one of the top teams in the smaller schools, period.
Yeah, Tucumcari had 1-9 last season.
That is
They're
correct.
coming off of that, and they're a very young team. A lot of freshmen and sophomores on here. I mean, seriously, I think there are fewer than 5. There may be 5 or fewer seniors and not very many juniors on this Tucumcari team. So they're young, and they're having a bad night tonight. Well, let's just say that. And it's not
they have 8 juniors or seniors on the team. So
just, they're in a learning, they're a young team, and Jal is just all over them. Here's the kick. It's up. It's a short end over end, and taken at the 35-yard line, and getting about 6 yards. It's going to end up at about the 41, 42-yard line.
Montano.
And Montano with the carry on that.
And he's had a pretty good game, even in what's going to turn into be a complete destruction. Montano has done pretty well as any of the Rattlers have done on defense. And, of course, with that play right there, gets into the special teams book.
Right.
So, he's one who's not going to quit playing. He is one of the seniors on the squad, too.
So Tucumcari with the ball, and it looks like, do they still have Romero?
That is, I think,
Romero.
still Romero. So. Nope, I think we got a new quarterback in the game.
That's what I was thinking.
Nope, Romero just under center.
All right, so Romero handing it off pretty quickly, but just as quickly, Jal coming through the line, and there is a flag on the play as Houston came through quickly.
and they're going to call unsportsmanlike conduct on Jal, and so it'll be a 15-yard penalty.
That's tough, and that really is, when you're up this far in the game, that's the kind of penalty you don't really want to see because you're winning. It should be, it's harder sometimes to be a graceful winner than a loser, but it's still incumbent upon Jal to just kind of maintain and control themselves out.
I think
they've got this. They've had this from the very beginning, and I think there's no question that they have a stronger team and they just performed better tonight. So they need to be a little more gracious.
Yeah, I think probably something was said, and so this is the first time tonight Tucumcari has been in Jal territory, and it happens with 20 seconds left in the ball game.
Right, and they're on the 55-yard line. 45-yard line. And the handoff taken immediately, and again, Jal's line swarming Tucumcari. At the bottom of the pile, coming up from that was number 54 for Jal, Brandon Houston, again sniffing that one out.
And it was Uroste losing another 2 yards, and that is the ball game.
And again, with the running clock, that kind of sneaked up on us, and that is it. Halftime after that running clock. That second quarter went very quickly. That first one lasted forever, but it's all said and done. 65-0, your final score here in a run-ruled or a shortened game because of that score. So Jal, the winner on this one, will be back to wrap things up in just a few minutes right here with more Jal Panther football. Again, a victory at home, 65-0 for the Panthers, and we'll be back with a wrap-up coming up.
Kayla and Emmy Lujan from Panther Energy are excited for their Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one-stop shop for backhoes, dump trucks, roustabouts, and welding. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd in Jal, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
And welcome back to Jal Panther football with Jal, a victory tonight here, a quick win over Tucumcari, 65-0, TJ Miracle.
Well, absolutely. Taking a look at the final numbers in this one, we will start with the visiting Tucumcari Rattlers, and yeah, they were not very pretty tonight as Tucumcari through the air. Romero, their backup quarterback, Nicholas Romero, came on after Cameron Apodaca started the game, goes 2 of 13 for 4 yards, no touchdowns, and 3 interceptions. He threw 2 of those 3 were pick sixes going to both Isaiah Rodriguez and to Connor Andre. On the ground, things very ugly tonight for Tucumcari. Not to belabor the point, but Gonzalez, their leading rusher tonight, is actually Cameron Apodaca, who had 1 carry for negative 11 yards. He fumbled and was sacked, which led to a Jal touchdown, but at negative 11 yards, he was the leading rusher. Next on the list is Uroste, 4 carries for negative 12 yards. He also had a fumble. Romero, with 2 carries for negative 13 yards, was sacked twice and also fumbled. and then Gonzalez 6 carries for negative 15 yards. So when you put it all in the books, you've got 4 yards through the air, negative 51 on the ground, negative 47 yards tonight total. 7 penalties, make that 6 penalties for 15 yards and no score for the Tucumcari Rattlers. They had 2 first downs in the ballgame, and both of them were penalty-aided. Turning the page for your Jal Panthers, a much better game on the offensive side of things as Alex Xavier Cadillon through the air goes 3 of 5 for 56 yards. All 3 of those completions were for touchdowns. An 18-yarder to Jacob Lujan and a 25-yarder to Connor Andre, and the capper, the 13-yard touchdown to Nolbert Cervantes. On the ground, it was Alex Xavier doing most of the damage. He had 4 carries for 86 yards and 2 touchdowns. Jacob Lujan with 6 carries, just 29 yards, but he also had 2 touchdowns. Jal was pretty much operating in their half of the field for much of the night. So if you're keeping score at home, that is 56 through the air, 115 on the ground, 171 total yards in just a half. Jal was flagged 4 times for 40 yards in the ballgame, but a dominating performance tonight for the Jal Panthers as they going to start tuning up for next week in what should be a much tougher outing over in Otero County against Tularosa.
Very definitely Tularosa, a known tough team with a history of, as you said, kind of chewing on Lee County opponents, and but that's okay. We have scored our victories over them, and the Jal Panthers will be hoping to score one next Friday night. So that is going to do it for us, I think.
I think with that, my friends, we will put a wrap on this one, our inaugural broadcast on the new Jal Sports YouTube channel. Please subscribe. We would appreciate that. And also on the Jal tab at HobbsAmerica.com. An absolutely dominating performance tonight for the Jal Panthers as they are victorious 65-0. Our coverage tonight has proudly been presented by the Woolworth Community Library, Fulco Trucking, the City of Jal, the Jal Clinic, Panther Energy, Nana's Cafe, Lavelle Insurance, Eunice Pump and Supply, and the Jal Schools. For Don Morgan, I'm TJ Miracle saying so long from Panther Stadium. This has been an exclusive presentation of No Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports. Good night, everybody.